me mamunyina akwa ba deba o man kron Ghana jumedie so bedin di obonkum nkuma na no chi Bediako-Poku or the Crown Prince of Ghana na ene ye be kasa fa Hogbetsotso over the weekend. Just recently Hogbetsotso winning Minya invitation late into me and Kobe now, so the videos I'm seeing there, no, I'm a Meniaje, the overlord of Dagbon, all by the tradition, or te horse who are all by me said, this is what I want to be seeing. I want to see power in Ghana. I want to see power to the extent that nobody will come and take a dime from Ghanaians. And as the then Crown Prince of Ghana, a day at a time, we are taking whatever belongs to Ghana and our Kebulan, which is Africa, a day at a time. Hashtag Free Congo. Our brothers and sisters in Congo are being, you know it. And yet the African Union choose to speak about something else. And it is about time maybe we start giving ourselves slaps as black people, as Africans. Where is our consciousness when our brothers are being eliminated from our own lands? Because of coltan, because of cobalt that we use in making phones, our brothers are suffering for it, and the AU is talking about utter nonsense. So as the then Crown Prince of Ghana, when I see these things, I would rather be African, I would rather be a Ghanaian than to be anything else. Because I am the beginning of creation. Every race came from Africa. We have all the stages of human revolution found in Africa. We civilized everywhere because we are the beginning of creation. Indians know it. Chinese know it. It is only the Caucasians that came from the Asians that think they are superior. God's chosen people. God's chosen people. How? How can you be God's chosen person if you can't stand in the sun? Let us go into nature and let us see who deserves to be here. It is about time peace reigns on earth. And Palestine, we will move these Jews from there. That place used to be Northeast Africa. How can you tell me Madagascar is part of Africa, but then Egypt, this is Palestine, and now you are telling me that is another continent? We know that is Northeast Africa. It is Northeastern Africa, and it has always been part of Africa, including up to Saudi Arabia. We know this. The divide and conquer won't work anymore. And we will move these current Europeans from that land to Prince of Wales Island or Ketchikan or Anchorage in Alaska. There's so much land there. Let them go there. We don't need them here. And the Ben Gurion Canal will never happen in our lands. You will use the Suez Canal because you can't come and kill our brothers and sisters there just for a dam, just for a canal, because you know that Egypt makes around $9 billion every year with a Suez Canal. You want to create one, and it is there. The blueprint is already there. You've done it. And you see, it is funny that in 2023, they are so indoctrinated backward that they are willing to carry on a stupidity that was started 50 years ago, 75 years ago. We will remove you from our lands because you don't want us anyway. You tell us all the time to go back to Africa. We are back to Africa, and we are basking in our grace. We are basking in our power, and we are basking in our abundance as Africans. So today I want to talk about the Hogbetsotso Chale. I'm so glad that my father Rocky Dawuni was at the, you know Rocky Dawuni, right? Come on. Grammy nominee so many times, Rocky Dawuni. So I don't need to tell you who Rocky Dawuni is as a Ghanaian or even as an African. If you know everything about, I don't want to mention any, but then you know Hogbetsotso, and it's one of the famous festivals in the country Ghana. Unfortunately, as I said, I got the invitation last minute. And how can you give me the last minute invitation? That day I had plans with family, and I never change my plans. You put your plans in my plans, and I will make time for you. But don't tell me 3 days to the event, you want to invite me. I'm like, come on. Where is the respect? Even respect, you know. So I'm glad Hogbetsotso went on, and you know, I saw everything, but you know, I don't want you walking on a muddy road anymore. as the ordained Crown Prince of Ghana, I want to see a tarred road around these places. The cement belongs to Ghana. Everything that we need to build our country, we don't need to go and steal it from another country. We will use our natural resources for the benefit of our children and our children's children. We need to start building wealth, not in the form of the papers Cecilia Dapa keeps in her room or house, allegedly, but then we are talking about wealth in hospitals. The biggest hospitals in the world found in Ghana. The biggest university found in Ghana. Now that is wealth. So to the ordained Crown Prince of Ghana, I keep telling you people, and I keep telling Ghanaians and Africans, to us, the new African, reparations is not the papers white people will give to us. Reparations is knowing they've done wrong and they should move to their lands. Reparations is knowing that they have stolen goods they need to return to Al-Kebula, because those stolen goods will be the start of their doomsday. Because now we know who we are and we know you came from us. And we know you are here in our DNA. And we can manipulate our own DNA and the sun will cleanse you of it. It is easy. So as the star seeds of Al-Kebula, arise, my brothers and sisters, bask in your grace, bask in your power, bask in your abundance. Don't give your power out. What is in you is bigger than what is everywhere. Tap into your inner self. Know who you are. We are spiritual beings having an earthly experience. And as Africans, once you give your power out, now that is why they think they can come and back orders at black people and tell us about how we should treat our gays and lesbians when they have capitalism running through Africa that benefits them. Every system they implemented in our continent was to benefit them. When you go there, they tell you Africa is the poorest around Africa, and they dare sanction Africa. Zimbabwe has been sanctioned a long time, and our brothers stood and watched. But this generation of Africans, this generation of Ghanaians, we know our brothers in Zimbabwe are our brothers. We know our brothers in Eritrea are our brothers. As the ordained Crown Prince of Ghana, I keep telling you that it is my dream to travel to all 54 countries in Africa. I don't give a damn about Europe and America. I have Africa. They are not richer than Africa. It is mindset. Move into your godly element as a black man and know who you are. We used to find gold in our backyards. Now we've limited our word and our wealth to papers, a colored paper. How did we become so stupid? It is because we decided to leave our very own existence and embrace our creation. We are the organic beings on earth. We are here to take whatever belongs to Africa a day at a time. So Hogbetsotso, as I said, the king of Dagbon, Yakubu Mahama, I hope I got my dad's name right. He was coming when he was entering the Hogbetsotso scene. I was so proud, man. I want to see a lot of these, but I don't want to see them in muddy places, right? Walking on untarred roads. We need to develop Africa. We are in 2023. We need to have the multi-billion-dollar vision. Capitalism is just a way for the oppressor to keep dipping his hands into our wealth. Our wealth is not papers. Our wealth is the number of black people around the world. Our wealth is a median age of 19 years, which is not matched anywhere in the world. My brothers and sisters, arise, the kingdom of Al-Kebula. This is your time. Welcome to Online Kron Ghana. Today, the show will be very, very short. But as I said, let us embrace who we are. Now, if as a person, somebody has given you something that maybe this is something of your family, hold it well. Now, let me tell you something. Let me give you this example, and let's talk about the universal law of polarity. Now, I keep telling Africans and the world that in order for you to experience something, you need to have the opposite of it, right? If there is no two people, let's say two people are standing there, one person will know I am short and the other will know I'm tall. Just between comparison, you need both sides all the time to experience it. So that is why we have good and we have evil. So that when you are doing good, you know I am doing good. And when you are doing evil stuff, your conscience will talk to you and you know that you are doing evil. So water, when we don't get water in 3 days, we may perish, right? But then water turns into floods and kill people. Now, leave your baby or your toddler around the swimming pool and see what happens. Water will take her life. But then her body is covered with 70% water. The universe is covered with the earth is covered with 70% water. So in as much as water without it, humans can't live and nature can't exist, it takes life as well. The same as fire. We use fire all the time in cooking our foods, right? Heat. But then it burns our house. It burns our children sometimes because of negligence. So I've given you an example with water and fire. And I'm telling you as an African that if one of your grandfathers gave you something and told you this is something that has been in your family, take good care of it. What you do with that energy, that power will determine whether it is good or bad. Now, because this energy is so pure, it listens to what you will tell it. Because the spirits are there to serve us. Now, let me give you a scenario and think about it and ponder about it when you are sleeping tonight. Now, there is somebody who has this energy currently with him. Our ancestors called it bosom, right? It is with him. He owes somebody an amount of money. Now, that person is probably a mason or a carpenter. Now, because this person knows he has this energy protecting him, he may go and talk to this energy that, oh, I owe this person. I want him to forget it. Right? The energy does not know what you are doing. It is there to assist you in this life. So whatever you will tell that energy is what the energy does for you, or what the bosom will do for you. Now listen. Now, instead of the person going to the energy and being like, oh, I haven't had work to do for a very long time. Energy, you know what? I owe this person 50,000 Ghana cedis. Please open doors for me, right? Give me jobs to do so I may pay my debt. You see, the prayer could have been different. But what you tell the energy will do for you with regards to any judgment. Because it is neither good or bad. It does good and it does bad. Just like water kills and gives life. Just like fire kills and helps us. I hope I am opening your mind to the energies that were left to us that have been stolen to museums across Europe. Our fathers' heads are in jars across Europe, and they come here talking about human rights. So you see the double standards. And it's about time we stop learning English. I will stop teaching my children English. It will be a law. No French. All their languages, we are giving them energy. That is why they are even in existence. Because if black people get into their godly element, all we need to do is forget them here. Because they came from us, they will become obsolete, like how a typewriter is obsolete, like how a Nokia 3310. When black people stop giving energy to something, it ceases to exist. You don't know the power invested in you. Go into your godly element. Start meditating. On Sunday, instead of you going to a place and crying to God, make sure that same money, you give yourself 30 minutes around the sea. Go to Labadi Beach. Give yourself a treat. Sit in the sun. Close your eyes. Meditate with the sun. It is Sunday, for crying out loud. Give your soul a rest. Have fun. We are here to enjoy this thing called life. And humans, we are not here to worship. We are here to enjoy life. And anybody that wants you to be in fear, run away from that religion, run away from that person. Because you are everything that there is. You are abundant. You are the universe. I am the ordained crown prince of Ghana. I am love. I am water, I am fire. Everything is in me. That is what our ancestors knew. It was principles of living because they have been here for billions of years. You know, so far as there has been earth, there has always been a black man on it because we manifested this thing. Don't let them lie to you. My brothers, get into your godly element. And the Hogbetsotso, my people in Anglonga. Let me talk about the Hogbetsotso Festival, right? And the people of Anglong, when they were living, a perceived Kinagokoli who was evil. I don't want to call any of my ancestors evil. They are not evil because in my lifetime, I have seen King Leopold having a statue in Belgium. Right? King Leopold has a statue in Belgium. He is eulogized. Meanwhile, Nelson Mandela was considered a terrorist on the United States terrorist list until 2008. 14 years after he became president of South Africa. 9 years after he had left presidency, they still considered him a terrorist. But let me ask you, my brothers and sisters, in the beautiful continent of Alkebula, was Nelson Mandela a terrorist or a freedom fighter? So even after spending 27 years of his life in prison, he was still a terrorist. Our hero. Meanwhile, King Leopold has a statue. And when we talk about double standards, this is what we mean. So if I tell you every hero they gave you, every demon they gave you will be open-minded, my brothers and sisters. Be open-minded and learn on your own. Look at history. Read their history. Thank God you can read English. Now they are trying to change so many histories. You see, they used to be proud about what they did to us, but now they are ashamed. And they are going to receive everything. Because everything is energy. What you give to the universe, you receive it. That is why Africans never stole from each other. Because we knew about the universal law of attraction. And we had sayings like, I'm giving greetings and love to my ever people in Volta region. Volta region, as a region, is one of the most beautiful regions that we can make it. Maybe the next Hogbetsotso, let us do it in 100,000 capacity stadium. Everything we've wanted in Ghana is now. The divisions with the NDC, MPP, Pan-Africanism is removing it from there. Pan-Africanism, somebody may ask, what is Pan-Africanism? Now, Pan-Africanism is the system of governance we were using for 800,000 years. And it's been in existence with the black race. Now, anybody that gets hold of Pan-Africanism spirit, it is a consciousness, right? You understand the world better and you develop your continent. You develop your country. Now, when the whites came, their Eurocentric and barbaric mindset, they called it the barter trade system. They didn't understand it. They didn't understand why we didn't steal from each other. Because we shared everything amongst ourselves. We knew we were on a land of abundance, a land of milk and honey. We didn't need to steal. We made systems that took care of you and I. So that is the Pan-African system. Our wealth will be the number of large-scale farms we build in Africa. Now, the biggest farm in the world is around 23 million acres. Africa has the biggest land. We are going to build 30 million acres. Food should be free in Alkebula. You see, the reason why people steal is because they are hungry. What if food is not something we even think about it? My brothers, we are here. Our ancestors didn't have the technology we have now. They couldn't communicate like this. They were communicating in a different way. But then when they realized, when they saw you communicating like that, you were killed for it. So in time, we lost that. And that was astral projection. What is the name? The pyramids you see there served as cell phone towers. Like how now they mount cell phone towers there. The pyramids were like that. And we could communicate when we sleep. I said everything you see in technology now is African spirituality. When we say civilization began in Kemet, what do you think we mean? We are the originators of this world. We are the people. Don't you know the power invested in you? You may be walking, and when you see a white man, the white man is looking at his ancestor. Don't give your power to your creation. Bask in your glory. And Africa's unity is upon us. Kenya has opened its borders to Africa. Rwanda has opened its borders to Africa. Ghana has opened its borders to Africa. President Akufo-Addo, instead of you doing things like this, they would rather talk about politics and who wants to be flag bearer and the stupidity that the white man keeps putting in our midst. And we are not seeing above these systems. As the ordained crown prince of Ghana, I keep telling you, my consciousness is over 800,000 years old. So I have seen the world evolve. When I tap into the inner me, I knew everything automatically. I knew everything automatically. Tap into the consciousness. Get into your inner you. Your ancestors live in you. In order for you to watch me today, it means two people, your father and mother, had to meet, right? They also had fathers and mothers. Now keep going and go 25 generations and realize all of them were in slavery, dehumanized, raped when they wanted. And you've forgotten just 63 years. You've forgotten and you've divided yourself so much as Africans. Arise the kingdom of Al-Kebulan and bask in your glory. We should see above the systems they impose on us. But it's about us respecting each other. Marcus Garvey once said, a race that doesn't respect itself will automatically forfeit the respect of other races. And that is what we are seeing now. Nothing else. That is why they think they can come here and back orders. Because our airports, Terminal 1, they can go to and fro Ghana. When you are going to study, they can even take your money and bounce you. It has happened to so many Ghanaians. I'm not the one saying it. It is fact. The visa refusal. When we give everything to you, even education, people are bounced. Why should they be our friends? For crying out loud. We are in the land of milk and honey. Britain's population is 67 million, right? Maybe, or thereabout, right? Ghana is around 33. And we are richer than Britain 10 times. Because of, they don't have minds. How? You see, to the black man now, wealth is papers. That is how low our consciousness is. So when I talk about Africans' wealth, Obeka said, na yokonye sikani wahidi esisi. Ni refi se gasem ye Ghana dia. Ni refi se eboa na ye di ye roads no e wo Ghana. Inti dia wasa ye ne se ye pai ye mboa ye de ye roads 10 lanes each. Ye ne preko se ye be ya nchirima a wo mo beba no wo mo be ye road bio. Me my Ghana. When I sit down and I look at the divisions, it is difficult. So I have said enough. I said today is a short show. I'm glad I saw colorful things at the Hogbetsotso Festival. And I'm sending love to my beautiful melanated Evers. Is it Ever? Evers of Volta region, yo. Volta region women are so beautiful, man. And I can't wait to have one as a wife one day. I'm not married though, you know. But I want to have 54 wives across the continent of Africa. I'm still working on Pan-Africanism. Now I don't have time. You see, I wake up, I sleep, Pan-Africanism. I am always doing things. We are always adding more things to the Pan-African system. It's about time, my brothers and sisters. Join me on this journey to grace, power, and abundance. There won't be any hungry person in Africa in Pan-Africanism. I swear it to my ancestors. Because Pan-Africanism is us. We are Pan-Africanism. We are Africans. We are children of the sun. We are, you see, our everything in Africa is so beautiful that even the sun listens to us. By 6 o'clock, it has gone, right? By 6 o'clock, it is up. It will follow our clock. We manipulate the universe. But because we have changed our mindset and we are thinking backward, like Western civilization, that is why the world is like this. Let us think positively. Let us get into our godly elements. Know your mudras, know your chakras. There are 7 chakras across you, from your crown to your root chakra, your sacral chakra, your solar plexus, your heart, your throat chakra, your third eye chakra, and your crown chakra. Know the sounds, vibrate as a hertz, and become part of the universe. Align your vibration with the earth, with God's will. You are just, you see, humans are not even the wisest species in the world. And if you think you are the wisest, think again. Our eyes is not even the best. Some animals have better eyesight than us. Our nose, dogs have better taste. Come on. Do we really think we are superior that much? We are part of nature. But it's just by grace, right? Consciousness. So when I see people hungry, when I see, the last time I was driving, right, and I saw a madman completely naked, a black man, and I'm like, how can we allow our own brother to walk naked in our streets? Ghana, hey Ghana, I will wipe all negative energies in Ghana soon. And if you don't move in consciousness, the sun is about to cleanse. You see, I'm even crying, because when I keep talking and talking and talking and nothing is done, I know what to do. I will get into the cosmos. I will. You see, more those people who are holding papers whilst pregnant women won't have beds to sleep on. More, as the day crown prince of Ghana, I have that power, and I swear, I'm giving you up to the end of 2023. More more. Because the water will kill you, the sun will kill you, your food will kill you, everything. Because we will show you people. Because what is happening, it is about time we think differently. What we do with our time now will determine who we become in the next 5 years. And we are here fighting over nonsense, over NPP, NDC, Christianity, Islam. When everybody is looting from Africa. Wise up, my brothers. Read history. Read the Bible. I've read it 3 times. That is why I know that is not God in there. Because a God that will tell me the reason why white people are even alive is because they have children. Because we could have wiped them with the sun. But I know there are children in there. There are women who are not wicked. But you see, as for them, they will flatten a country. The occupiers of a land are now killing the indigenous people of the land, and the world is watching because there is no inclusion in the UN. African Union is such a disgrace to us. You have sold your soul for papers. Papers and numbers on the computer screen. How stupid can you be, black man? When you used to find gold in your backyard, big one, like a stone in your backyard, when it rains. It's been a pleasure having you guys. If I keep talking, and you see, me when I move with my ancestors. And any African, any Ghanaian, that will even try spiritually. What shewini webusia? Because you dared touch the ordained crown prince of Ghana. Don't go and as for those in the Freemasons, me see everything began in Africa. Everything. So we have the purest. We will go from source as old as 800,000 years. I said the star seeds of Arkebulan, we are here and we are taking whatever belongs to Africa a day at a time. So every day I work for African unity. I write systems. I do shows like this on Mind Kron Ghana. I don't sleep. I sleep sometimes 4 hours. So when I'm done and dusted and I have 54 wives, can you blame me? If 54 beautiful women across Africa, right, decide to give me that boy from Flamingo, Matayoko, that boy that thought he would die of asthma, right? They want to be my wives. Who are you to talk about me? Do you understand? I don't give a fuck. All I need to do is let's make sure that our brothers are not hungry. Don't keep papers. Wealth is hospitals. Wealth is 100,000 capacity stadiums. Not the papers you keep in your rooms. Are you fools? Are you so low? You see, it's because they taught us their language and taught us nonsense. enslavement. Our education system is total enslavement. When the child in Germany is learning mining, there are no mines there. He is learning mining, knowing how to mine. Your child will come and be, if we don't stop Charlie guys, it's been a pleasure having you. When I started the show, I started with You The Craze. I bear them, featuring Sarkodie and Kaukese. And if you are a Ghanaian, you know that track, man. Sarkodie, you need to give I bear them some nice verse. Because you know, the Ghana we are building, there's no divisions. No. The Ghana we are building, no capitalistic mindset. You see what I bear them? Because that You The Craze track, Sarkodie came in and blasted it, and whoa, I used to lie that Papa de never see we go do now gentlemen who adwene pa I say Mr. One logo line ti me ne wonya fa ti ntafere pantai. You see that verses, you know, Sarkodie coming in, and the Ghana we are building is inclusive. It's abundant. It is not a verse you give to somebody that will determine your work. The children know you. They know you as landlord and free. Me say Sarkodie should be giving verses. Me say in Pan-Africanism, because the things we will give Sarkodie on one me say way manifest. Every year or so a man can afford 10 verses to keep the landlord way no up. Because once you lose your relevance, you are going. You see, when people were on top, they forgot to impact or invest in other people. I keep telling Africans, and because of how low people's consciousness is, they don't know. But let me tell you, if you invest in another human, right, you've invested in your own self as a black man. So if you're a musician now on top, remember to look through the undergrounds and pick talents and make sure you give them verses. Because you see, one of those talents may become greater than you. Right? When Sarkodie heard Obrafuo for the first time and was like, how can you, if somebody's rapping like this in my language, then I can do better because I'm a fast talker, right? And he did it, and he did it well, and he keeps doing it. But then his idol, now Sarkodie is known virtually around the world, and maybe when we go to South Africa and I mention Obrafuo, nobody will know him. But then to Sarkodie, Obrafuo is his legend. I hope you are getting the scenario. So when you are in authority, you shine a light on other people, because nobody shines forever. You may go through your doomsday, and because of the number of lights you lit, people will come with more light than ever. That is nature. That is how this is African spirituality. I said those people who speak against African spirituality, if you haven't practiced it, don't ever talk about your own origin evil, because you don't know who you are. If you know who you are, you will realize it is easy. I said what you do with the energies will determine. Instead of you saying, going to the energies and asking them to do for girls for you, so that a particular girl, you get her. Why do you do for girls? I don't get it. Why would you go to an energy and ask that onya and ma pe obabi on chichere na adwe ma? Instead say, ubeka chire ne say, onshira wonuma so na wonya bebre, entumi worry bebre. Wa hu jimi. Because if you have enough, you see, power itself will give you women. Knowledge, wisdom will give you women. Women love. You see me, my DNA, I have upgraded it so much. That is why I want to give birth plenty, Charlie. If you see any child of mine and he tells you, I haven't given birth, no child now, no wife, right? I'm still working on Pan-Africanism every day. So in the near future, 50 years from now, when we've built Al Kebulan, like the kings and queens we deserve to be, and you see my wife here, you see my wife here, you see my wife here, don't judge me. Because I said, I thought I would die at the age of 10. I thought I would die at the age of 11. I kept thinking, because asthma won't let me. I had asthma, and I won't be able to breathe. And sometimes, in the night, a voice will come to me and be like, this is the last day on earth. Watch everything well because tomorrow you won't wake up. But then I'll fight it. I'll be like, let me rather sleep. I'm sleeping and I'll wake up tomorrow. And I kept fighting. And now the asthma is gone because I raised my vibration. Sickness cannot live in this body anymore because I'm always vibrating on a higher frequency in so many dimensions. So move into the fifth dimension in consciousness because we are about to wipe the heaven you think it will come. That is what is upon you. We are wiping negative energies with the sun. So commune with it. The carbon in you, the melanin in you, commune with it. And people who don't need to be on earth, the sun will wipe them away. We don't need to fight them in this 3D version. We know where to get them. We know in water, the basic elements of life, because we manipulate it. Thank you so much for making time for me. I can speak for 7 hours and I can tell you things they do each day. I see above it because their consciousness, you see, they don't develop the pineal gland. It is one factor. Most of them, their pineal gland is calcified. And the science, they know it. So if they are in charge of UN, how can somebody who is not conscious of this world be in charge of the ordained crown prince of Ghana? That is why I said Africa will leave the UN, Africa will leave WHO, and all these world organizations that keep inflicting harm on us systematically, physically, all forms of your life. You see, I keep telling you, if you've been friends with somebody for 5 years, just 5 years, and every day, your boy, like your nigga where you there, they go, they come. Every time, or let me speak English so that my Eastern African people can understand. If you have this girlfriend, this guy will try and go and talk to the girl. Then your girl will tell you, imagine, this friend, all the girlfriends, even if there's some girl Sean, he can call you and be like, oh, Charlie, this girl, Charlie, if you know they like, those people, if you don't stop being friends with them, they will never stop doing you harm. If a friend keeps hurting you, if any friend, when you give that friend good news, his or her first reaction is to bring negativity out, run away from such a friend. Because a friend, when you give your friend good news, he will reciprocate it back. Happy. If his energy, or her energy is negative, and you keep being friends with such person, that friend will keep doing what he or she has been doing forever. So Africa and our friendship with Europe and the United States over the years, let's go 500 years back. Let us look at history. What has happened to us? That is why I said no child of mine will travel to the United States again. Because what we will do here, well, where are you going? Every black man should move from the United States. Go to the Caribbean. Go to Haiti. Haiti needs, but we need to first secure Africa. Then we go to Haiti. Then we go to the Caribbeans. Leave the United States for them. And see whether that land won't collapse. The Statue of Liberty and the Eiffel Tower in 77 years won't have a viewer. Because when black people remove our energies, it's done. They become obsolete. You don't know the power in you. They want you to think the 3D version is all that there is. We are spiritual beings having an earthly experience, my brothers. 3D is just part of the of consciousness. Just like when let's say I'm blind, right? Does that mean that there is no color blue? Does that mean there is no color called red? Does that mean there's no color called yellow? Right? I'm blind. It is out of my consciousness. If I'm deaf, does that mean there isn't a sound called treble, tenor, tutors, whatever, conga, Afrobeat, hip hop to a mute person? Onim die, your friend is saying hip hop here. You see, this world, humans evolve. Don't be stagnant. And I told you the last time, if you are going to grow spiritually, you need to face your darkness as a human. Whatever bad thing you've done, you know it. The things you have done and you know, I don't want anybody knowing. You need to confront it. Forgive yourself. Ask for forgiveness, true forgiveness. And know that everything is energy. What you put out there will come back. So put love, put grace, put happiness into the universe. And you are going to receive it in a million folds. It's been a pleasure having you, Charlie. I said I can talk for I can talk for days, but I have things doing, man. I need to complete a pattern I was writing with regards to the housing, the Osage for housing project we will implement across Africa. I said I'm always working for the betterment of you and I, my brothers. And we are here, the Pan-African system. This is not a system that I will say, it is me. No, it is not me. W.E.B. Du Bois, the person that started the Pan-African movement, took something that was there 800,000 years ago. And people don't know that before he died, he came and he was living in Ghana. He died in Ghana. He came to Ghana and started teaching children Pan-Africanism. That is what I want to do in Eastern Africa. Charlie, I want to spend December in Eastern Africa, man. Oh, I hope I can make it, man. Because I want to be in Rwanda, in Kenya. Maybe I'll go to Burundi, I'll go to Somalia, Eritrea, Ethiopia. I want to visit that church that was dug underneath, way older, right? Oh, man. I love Africa too much. You see, I always have Africa wherever I am. Because I believe in you, my brothers. I believe in you. I believe that we can build everything that there is. When we tap into the higher consciousness, we can build everything they've built. And we are going to dominate it. When they gave us opportunities in football, what is happening? When they gave us opportunities in golf, we dominated it. Basketball, we will dominate. Because melanin is us. We are melanin. We are gods. That is why they tell you a black person is a god. A black person can give birth to 100 children. When they tell you they gave birth to 2 children and you think they don't want to give birth, do you really think like that? They can't give birth. They can't reprocreate like the black man. So to them, the black man penis is like a gun. They hate it. It is big and big. Charlie, I will talk so many things. It's been a pleasure having you. Catch me on Sunset Friday on Friday, 9 a.m. Share my videos. Let it get to your brothers, man. Let us awaken our brothers and sisters. Please, my brothers, let us do that. I don't want to leave anybody behind. I want to drag everybody into grace, power, and abundance. Because the sun is cleansing them. It's cleansing negative energy. That is why the world is seeing the evil being done by these people. Because now the internet is here. TikTok is here. And everybody can see what is going on. Unless you are... It's been a pleasure having you, man. I'm sending you love. I'm sending you grace. I'm sending you power. My name is Obonkume Nkuma Nananochi Bediako-Poku, the ordained Crown Prince of Ghana. Chichicha. See you on Friday. Bye-bye.